Hello everyone, I am Amit Kumar, SSD teacher of Paramount Public School. Today I am going to teach class 7th History chapter 1, the medieval period, that is part 2. Because in the previous lecture in part 1 we have discussed about the medieval period, what is medieval period and what is the time period of medieval period in Europe. And today we will discuss about the Arabs and Islam in this regard of medieval period. So Islam was the new religion. In 7th century, a new religion came into force, that was Islam in Arabia, which completely transformed the medieval world. Transformed, बदलाव कर देना, change कर देना, which completely transformed the medieval world because under the banner of Islam, all these tribes, people were united into one powerful force, that was under the Arabs, under the Islam religion, under the one banner, that was Islam religion, and with that they established a vast empire. With that they established a very vast empire, एक बहुत बड़ा साम्राज्य स्थापित कर लेना. Arabs carried Islam to Central Asia. After that these Arab people established their contact with Central Asia and spread Islam into Central Asia. From Central Asia it reached India, and through North Africa it reached Spain and France. So not even Asia, even Europe was not left before by the spread of this influence of Islam. So after India, through North Africa it reached Spain and even France. So we came to know that in India Babur established Muslim empire. He was belonged to Islam. He was also the tribal of the Arabian country, that was Afghanistan. And up to that, in 1526, Babur established his kingdom here in India, and up to 1857, the last Mughal emperor Bahadur Shah Zafar was here in India. After that, we have Mongols in the 13th century. A warlike tribe, they always busy in wars, हमेशा युद्ध में बिजी रहते थे. From Central Asia they belongs to near China. The Mongols swept across Asia towards Europe. After they reached Asia, and after that they reached Europe under their very dynamic leader, very dynamic, Safurtiwan, Gatishil leader, Genghis Khan. Genghis Khan, who actually created the largest land empire in the world. Largest land empire so far established by Genghis Khan, who was actually a Mongol leader, who was believer of wars. By war he said that I can do anything. By 1400 he reached his Mughal empire stretched फैला लेना from river Danube in the west to the coast of China in the east. So he stretched from river Danube in the west in the coast of China in the east. So he established his empire up to that, and his descendants, Vanshij, after the death of Genghis Khan, his followers of the Mongols also established the powerful Mughal kingdom in the 16th century in India. In the 16th century in India, they established a very powerful Mughal empire in India. Mongols established contact from Asia to Europe. They established their contact through business, through wars. They established their contact from Asia to Europe. So they brought knowledge of warfare, the new warfare, Yudh Pranali warfare, and the gunpowder. With that they used gunpowder, and from there the world came to know that what is gunpowder, that is Barood. So these are given by Mongols to the world. After that we talked about the medieval period in India. So how medieval period was of India, and what was the time period of India. Ancient period in India ended with the death of the famous king Harshvardhana in 647. So here ancient period, Prachin Kal, ended here with the death of Harshvardhana, who was a very prominent, very important leader, very important king of India. He was known as the last king whose empire stretched from the river Indus to the river Narmada in Gujarat. From river Indus in Jammu and Kashmir, from the Mansarovar lake in Tibet, there was the Indus river, and from there to in Gujarat, the river Narmada, he has his empire. So very big empire, very vast empire he established at that time. But after his death, there were many small kingdoms emerged, very small, so many kingdoms were emerged, but they always quarreled with each other. Ladai jhagda, but they always quarreled with each other. So that's why they were not able to form a very reputative and very forceful or brave kingdom here in India. That's why foreign power, Videshi power, Muslims, came here and attacked India from the northwest and changed the India's history. So many, if we talk about Muhammad Ghori, Mahmud Ghaznavi, and after that Nadir Shah, Ahmad Shah Abdali looted India, and he looted India in 17 times. 17 times he came here in India and looted. In 1739, Nadir Shah looted India, and at that time he looted India up to near about at the worth of 1 crore. So India, that's why India was full of gold, and that's why these foreigners attracted towards India. And after that, the Turkic, Afghan, Persian and Mughals ruled India from 11th to 18th century. If we talk about Iltutmish here, and if we talk about Salib dynasty, Rajia Sultana was the only woman ruler here who ruled India. And so many other that we talk about, Afghans that we have here, from Behlol Lodi, Sikandar Lodi to Ibrahim Lodi. Ibrahim Lodi defeated by Babur, and Babur established Mughal Empire here in 1526 with the first battle of Panipat. In 1526. So many other rulers came here up to from 11th to 18th century, formed the medieval period of India, and that was called the medieval period of India from 11th to 18th century. So later medieval period saw the rise of Marathas here, Shivaji Maratha, 6 under Maharaja Ranjit Singh, and before that under Banda Singh Bahadur, 6 emerged, and coming of British to India. And after the decline of Maharaja Ranjit Singh in 1839, the great ruler Maharaja Ranjit Singh, Sher-e Punjab he is known as, and in 1839 he died, and after that there were 2 battles between Sikhs and the Britishers here happened here. The 2 battles, Anglo-Sikh Wars of 1845-46 and 1848-49, and after that in 1849 Britishers merged Punjab into the British Kingdom. So after that we have the disintegration of Muslims and establishment of Britishers. Disintegration of Muslims because after the death of Aurangzeb there were very few rulers who ruled actually over India, because there were very coward rulers were here. So after that Britishers came here as a East India Company, traders came here, but they became rulers of India, signaled the end of medieval period in India. The disintegration of Muslims ka toot jana, and Britishers came here. So by the rule of Britishers, it signaled that medieval period ended, and in 18th century we have modern period with the rise of Britishers and national power in India. So up to today that we have finished with, and next we will talk about the sources of information for Indian medieval history, that what type of sources we have. Thank you, class.